It's working. Yeah, there we go. Get everyone, how's it going? Or is that? I think we've got the video working here. So that sounds about right. And it's just been taking a little bit harder to get through the software anyway. It's been a lag. I think I've got a bit of slowness on my internet, but we get there anyway. I was really wondering if I was going to do this live stream, but I thought, just out of habit, we might as well just do the live stream, even if it's for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. At least I can go give you guys a bit of an update and just continue rolling these uh, weekly. Like, as you can see, I've just have that. Anyway, I think we're getting people in, and I'm dropping people. I'm not sure if you are able to see this. I'll put it in the chat, and I'll just make sure this is still coming. Oh, there we go. It's working there. G'day. Is that you, Gash? How are you doing? Thanks for joining me. You're the first one in. I was to see this. I think you're. Are you in India or anything like that? That'd be nice. All right, so I'm just giving you a bit of update what's happening. Last week, even though I said I was going to do the video for the Lenovo X1 Nano, I am just finishing that off right now. That's why the stream was delayed a little because I was actually still doing. I think I'm about 95% finished. I'm just doing the color correction and we're done for that anyway. So that will be released probably right after this video, within probably an hour or so anyway. So I'm that close to finishing it. So that will be there. And then the next one I'll be doing is the Intel Nook one first, because I just want to get that one out first before I do the Latitude 5420. Good to. I'm doing well. I just took a bit of a break last week. You probably see I didn't actually put any videos out last week. I just got just say I had a little mini break. I wasn't feeling fantastic neither. No, I just needed a little mini break, so I took last week kind of off. I still did the stream anyway. So that will be coming out. I'm going to try and rush through that one there. Yeah, go for it. Just ask them in the question in the chat. I'll definitely see what I can do to try and answer you. Anyway. So I've just been organizing a bunch of computers as well too. So I'm getting some Dell's things. So I was hoping to get the Dell Precision 3560 arriving end of this week, but because it is coming from Sydney, and Sydney just went into this weird, not weird, I would sort of say the half restricted lockdowns. So I don't think I'll be. It doesn't look like it's going to be shipped out to the end of this week. It might be next week they will get shipped out in a way. So that's what I'm looking at. All right, I might as well read this one. ThinkPad E14. I love that actually. Worth it. Should upgrade it to the max. Uh, well, depending on what you're doing. What are you looking at doing with the computer? If you're just the Ryzen 5 is really decent processor. That's really, I'm serious about that. If you just wondering if you do need to go to the Ryzen 7 or not, the for the video wise, like the GPU, which is integrated, it's the exact same. So the Ryzen 5 and the Ryzen 7, it's the exact same for the video. So it's just matter, do you want to have the extra cores? I think it is an extra 2 cores or so, and also the higher clock speed. And that really depends on your type of work that you're looking at putting on using the computer for. But else, I would probably maybe stick to the Ryzen 5 because it is very well priced and it will more than likely cover most bases there. I hope that will give you a better. But for the RAM, do upgrade to at least minimum 16 gigs of RAM. I think the 16 gigs of RAM is good. And as for the hard drive, at least get 512 these days. I think 256 is too small. Even with all the cloud storage, at least 512 would be good. Should I buy a graphics card this time or wait till Bitcoin drops? Okay, I'll I would really seriously wait. Maybe give it probably about. I'm also looking as well. Look around about another I'll probably say 3 weeks to 4 weeks. See how the prices of the graphics card, because even here locally where I'm at in Brisbane, I have noticed the graphics cards have actually come down in price. Sorry, I'm gonna have to drink something. Anyway, so I have noticed that the graphics card have come down in price. So it came down an extra, came down $100 down. So that was a good sign. And I'm hoping that, and that's maybe because of the new releases of the TI. The TI was a little bit more expensive. I don't see myself getting a TI. But yeah, from a lot of reviews, the TIs didn't do very well anyway. But I did see the normal versions; they did come down in price, and I'm starting to see a little bit more stocks, which is good. which is good to see. So Chen, I would probably say maybe wait about 3 to 4 weeks, see how it goes, because you may see some price drops, and I'm wondering if there will be more in stock as well, so you get a bit more selection as well. I don't see them producing any more new cards out for a bit of time, so yeah, I think you'll be safe there, unless you really desperately need one. I would definitely now wait until Bitcoin drops. If you're buying the card itself from Bitcoin, then maybe I would be waiting a little bit just to see how the the price of Bitcoin goes, if it goes up or down. At the moment, we're in a bit of a time where we'll find out if it's going to go up or down at the moment. So this is the sort of the balancing point. So I will definitely find out from that there. Now, so I'm just going to go back. So I hope that answers your question. And what kind of video card are you looking at? I've got a 3070, a 3080, and 3090, just to have a look at those ones there. And I can definitely tell you the 3090 is a loud card compared to the 3080. I think the 3080 is a fantastic there for it, but that it really depends on the pricing in a way so as well. So I'm using I've got the 3090 in this computer here at the moment. No, actually, I'm using my laptop at the moment, and the 3090 is doing very well. But I was just doing some benchmarks on between the 3080 and the 3090, even for Premiere Pro. I don't really see much in terms of difference wise. I think maybe once I get more layers and more video effects, then maybe I will. So I was just trying it out, and I end up getting, excuse me, uh, Dulan Trump. Thanks for joining me. Hello to you. I actually wanted a favor from you. If you can please help me. What do you want? Just shoot it in the chat, and I'll find out if I can answer your question there, Dulan. Okay, anyway, I'm going to go back to the update. So I've got a whole bunch of Dell Precisions that's released. Now they all have the new Tiger Lake H processor. So I'm going to have a whole bunch of different ranges. So I'll have the new Precision 5560, 5760, the 7750, sorry, 7560, and the 7760 as well. So that I'm really excited to see those ones there, because they will have the 11th gen Tiger Lake H processors, because the 10th gen Intel cores, I think they were running really hot. So but the 11th gen so far have been running much cooler, so I think it'll be kind of good in a way. You're here as well, Dulan. Uh, okay, I'll take yes. You both know each other. That's kind of cool. So I'm gonna get those ones there, and just to give you a bit of time frame as well. I've got a bit of news, well, a bit of updates from Lenovo. I am gonna get the new X1s, or the X series actually, X1 and X series. So they finally give me updates. So I'm gonna probably write some, hopefully, maybe sometime early July now, which is good. I was thinking they were going to come in maybe another 4 months or so, but no, early July, so that's kind of good. But yeah, just chuck it in the chat. I'll see what I can do. But yes, I'm excited to see, because there will be the X1 Carbon 9th Gen in there. I know the X13 Gen 2 will be in there as well, and I can't remember what the other one was anyway. So there is another X1 in there, so that'll be nice to see. Well, I think a few people are waiting for reviews for that one there. So, but shipping for Lenovo has been quite hard in a way. So anyway, okay. I need a basic laptop for my studies. I'm looking for an unboxing one to help me out. What kind of okay? You're looking for a basic laptop. What kind of laptop are you looking at? Because what kind of tasks is more than likely what I'm going to ask. What kind of tasks is there? So yeah, just tell me what kind of programs you're running. If you're just running basic Word and stuff like that, just go down to your local computer shop and get probably a $300 or 400 computers. So $300 to $400 here in Australia. I'm not sure where you're from, but here in Australia, about $300 to $400 can easily do those Word tasks, productivity work tasks quite happily there. Unless you need something a little bit more than that, because if it's just a basic laptop, and depending on what kind of needs you have. But the one that Yogesh is talking about, the E14, the ThinkPad E14, I really like it. I think overall it's generally a very good computer. If you can find a good deal with that, definitely look at it. When I did the review for that, I got it in a Black Friday deal, and that was fantastic anyway. But yeah, do look if you're looking for the stays. I think you're better off trying to look for AMD Ryzen 5. Definitely, that will be good. That's a good basic computer, and it does a lot of stuff as well too. I think you can play a few basic games as well too, so Fortnite and stuff like that. Yeah, for that. So yeah, I think that's kind of what I would be suggesting. But really, you can get a lot of computers. Just look for, I think looking for the AMD at the moment is a good price if you can find them cheaper than the Intel i5s, the 11th gen, not the 10th gen. Make sure it's got the 11th gen in there. The 10th gen, I would probably, unless it's really discounted, I would then probably stay clear of. I think the 11 gens are way better because you've got better graphics for later on to do other stuff as well too. So if you can get that, so I'm hoping that will help you out. But yeah, now as for what else other updates I've got, I don't think I've got anything else there. I've got a graphics card on the way as well too. I'm just organizing that. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty, yeah, pretty just doing a quick yeah, just quick stream and see if you guys like. I just wanted to ask that the ThinkPad, is that better than the HP 14? Now I haven't played with the HP. I'm taking a start. You're talking about the HP ZBook, not ZBook. The ZBooks are the professional series anyway. I'm taking a guess. You're looking at the ProBook, if because that would be what that would be competitor to. The ThinkPads are the competitor is the HP ProBooks, which is the business line because they're all business class computers anyway. So the ProBook 14. I can't remember what it's called anyway. I haven't played with. I really need to talk to HP. I really got to get my ass and talk to HP to see if I can get some review HP computers to have a look at. But at the moment, I'm kind of out of touch with HP. So yeah, that's kind of at the moment. When I was playing with the HP ProBooks, I was very impressed. I have to say, I was very impressed with the general build quality of the computer, and I think if it was AMD, that would be fantastic. But like I said, if you can get a good price for 11 Gen Intel Core on the HP, yeah, definitely look at it as well too. But it's really they'll. I think I personally prefer the ThinkPad keyboard. I'm still ThinkPad keyboard way better. But as for the HP, that is really good build. I must admit, because it's got that premium finish as well with it being metal. Whereas the ThinkPad, you've got that black finish, and it's got still more of like a plastic feel to it as well too. So premium wise, it feels nicer with the HP. That's probably what I will sort of say. So maybe I go with the HP. Um, now, can someone send me? Okay, I'm gonna be here as well. I'm just gonna go. I don't, unfortunately, all the laptops I get sent right back to the manufacturers. I don't get to keep any of the computers at all. I'm sorry to say. So the computers I've got one laptop for my own work, and I've got one desktop, which is what I have got for myself, and that's my desktop computer, which I. But else, all the computers I get pretty much I have a look at and then I do a review and then it gets sent directly back to the manufacturers. So if it's a Dell, it goes back to Dell. If it's Lenovo, it goes back to Lenovo. If it's HP, it goes back to HP. So I like you. I don't actually I don't own any more computers than you do. So yeah. Anyway, I hope that answers that question for you anyway. Anyway, is there any other questions from anyone else or anything other questions there? But yeah, I definitely think the just going back to the graphics card situation is I definitely seen we're getting a little bit more stock of graphics cards, which is really interesting to see, and also the pricing of the graphics cards surprisingly just came down a little bit, a little bit. So maybe that might be a good sign later on for a lot of you people trying to get some graphics cards or upgrading graphics. So as long as we can bring that price down to a little bit more better, it'll be fantastic. G'day, Richard. How are you doing? Thanks for joining me as well. Do you know why the Optiflex 70, 40, 90 AOL is using 10th gen? Actually, okay, this is interesting. I'm getting that in, Richards. That is hopefully. I'm wondering if that's because that's in my order. I don't know when that's arriving. Maybe in about 2 to 3 weeks. But that I am getting the Optiplex 7490 all one in. So I will be able to tell you on the review for that one there. But as for your question, if it's wondering if it's 10th gen, now a lot of the Optiplexes that was released this year, it's all to deal with they actually surprisingly it's to deal with them designing with the 10th gen in there because they couldn't get the 11th gen in there quick enough. for the processor because of the desktop version. They're not using the laptop version. That's one of the keys, just to let you know in a way. So that was an interesting one where I also noticed that it was a 10th gen rather than the not 11th gen. I think they, when they were designing, they just did not have 11th gen ready to go for them, so they just kind of had to put it out. And I guess rather than do R&D and redesign it again, put the 11th gen in there because you need a mainboard change as well too, for that as well too. So yeah, I did notice that one there, so I'm gonna get that. G'day, welcome back. They should be using 11th gen Intel on this in time. Yeah, I was hoping they were going to do the 11th gen for the ARM one, this sort of state that it was being released at. But yeah, unfortunately, all the desktops, the Optiplexes this year seems to be the 10th gen. I'm hoping for the new precisions, for the high end ones, will be 11th gen. I'm hoping so. But yeah, that is a bit of a worry for myself because I personally think the 11th gen has made massive improvement compared to the 10th gen there as well too. So yeah, it's a bit of a pity anyway. Okay, yeah, I had a haircut. I was getting annoyed by my hair, so I got a haircut on Monday anyway. So it's good to you know. G'day, Rob at home. How are you doing? Okay. Any idea what you review for the new Precision 7560 and 7760? Yes, I have already got that ordered, and that is on the way to me. I'm hoping. I don't know when the shipping is. I just waiting. I just put the agreement through, and we're just waiting for that. Hopefully, be sent to me. So I will be having the 5560, 5760, the 7560, and the 7760 all on the way. And also, I think if you didn't tune in at the start, I've also got the 3560, also the Precision 3560. That was meant to be sent out probably this end of this week, but because of it's coming from Sydney, they're in lockdown now. So, well, they're in restricted kind of half semi lockdown. So they unfortunately they can't go back to the office to actually send that to me anyway. So I'm probably more than likely maybe expecting that 3560 maybe next week if I'm lucky. If the restrictions would depend on all the restrictions in a way. But yes, just hope that gives you an update on those precisions. Thanks. 11 gen, it would be bad to use the issues, the thermal issues. I'm wondering how the thermal issues on the desktop computers. I'm very interested in seeing the Tiger Lake H process, the thermals. I am getting some in i7s and i9s, so we can then also compare the i9s thermal throttling for some of the precisions. So that's going to be interesting. And I will also have the new quad rows in those precisions as well, so you can actually see them. I've got some different ranges there in an interesting combo, just to give us a good idea of how the graphics and also the i7 and i9 will behave with the processing on the chassis as well too. And I think the 7760 will be a Xeon, is what I kind of requested. So we at least have a look at the new Xeons. That should have some new Xeons in there. They'll be fantastic as well too. Any chance you'll be trying the RTX A5000 version of the 70? No, I've actually got I think I got it configured with the RTX A400. Let's just double check. I wrote it in my members area. Let me have a quick check because I can't remember. I did a screenshot for that one there. Where is my channel? I'm just gonna have a look at what I put in because that will be quicker than me trying to look for my things. Let me have a look. What did I put in the 7760? I put in oh, what's happened there? Let's do it again. 7760. That one is with well, hold on a second. 7760 is oh yeah, the A4000. So I've got the A4000 in the 7760 with the Xeon in there. Just to let you know, I didn't think I was going to put the A5000. I thought I was going to do the A4000, that one might be a more common one that I would see CAD people use the A4000 before the 5000. I'm not sure. So I was hoping to get the A5000 in maybe a desktop form for later on. So I'm just hoping NVIDIA will reply back to me. We'll find out anyway. So I hope that answers your question there, Robert. I will have the A2000. I think it's A2000 in the what is the other one here? The A, no, sorry, A3000 in the 50, sorry, 7560. So the A3000 will be on that one there. And I think I'm getting the A2000. Give me a second. Let's go back to that. Let's go back. Let's have a look. Just gonna have a quick look at what I have in the A200. Wait, that's not the right one. A2000. Let's have a look. Where's the 50? So the 5760 will have a A3000. So the A3000 will be in the 5760. So that's hopefully that gives you a bit of range because I understand that some people want the really high range. The A5000 is going to be jumping a fair bit in price, and I think the A. I'm not. I think it'd be interesting. I think it might be able to do the A6000 as well, but I haven't looked at the. I have to relook at the specs, but I can't remember. But A5000 might be pushing it, and I was just couldn't see. I know some people may go for the A5000, but I thought this A4000 might be a better price point for a lot more people to find that one out. And I was going to hope to actually get the A5000 in a desktop form, like I said. Uh, when you're doing an all-in-one PC, I've got that Optiplex 7490 on the way. I just don't know when that arrives, so I can't give you an update until maybe later this week. I'll find out when that arrives, when Dell actually gives me the ETAs on the shipping on those ones there anyway. So that's kind of cool. I also have the new Latitude 5421 on the way as well too. That's got released. Dell's given the okay for that. Now, I'm also getting another, I think another monitor coming through, but I've got to have a look at that as well too. Um, PC are in demand now due to lockdown. Yeah, PCs, yeah, PCs and laptops. I've been doing more laptops because I think laptops have been more purchased more these days than desktops, just cause of the fact that the whole working from home from a lot of businesses. So they now realize they just buy one computer rather than buy two computers so you can take it back home anyway. So I'm doing more laptops than desktop computers, but I'm still doing desktop computers as well. So I look forward to your cool to see. I'm interested in A5000 for the VLAN more than anything else. Yeah, that would be interesting. I'm actually interested in to see how that is as well too. The VRAM for the deep learning, see how and see how hot it runs anyway. So I'm interested to see that. And like I'm trying to see if I can get one for NVIDIA would be fantastic because I don't see myself getting one for myself because they're going to be quite expensive. But I like to see the A5000 because I want to be able to benchmark that just to see how that runs because I will be getting the new AMD W6800 in as well too. I just want to see how that runs compared to that as well too. So that'll be interesting. Students are buying PCs. Yeah, that's true. Students will be buying PCs, but I'm also seeing even a lot of the students are actually buying laptops. Now, depending on what kind of student you are, if you're like a high school students. Oh, even high school students should be doing laptops as well these days, anyway. And definitely university students are more than likely to be laptops as well too. So I think I'm finding that we're being more portable. So I'm finding more laptops requests more than desktop computers. I think desktop are more for the work when you've got one station and they're not really doing other stuff, and also for specific applications or instruments that may sit there, or even at like common areas, then I'll find desktops and all ones there as well too. So yeah, please come to yeah. Actually, that's in Australia. That's my thing. I forgot about the whole situation in different countries what they would be buying, but that's good to know. No, so I will try and do more desktop computers. But yeah, I've never been to India. One day I will. I am waiting for all the borders to be because I'm in Australia, we're pretty much locked out from everyone else. So we can't really travel out. We can't even travel back. We're barely able to travel back in anyway. So very rare we can actually get out of the country. So trying to get in, it's going to be more hassle anyway. So hopefully when the borders be well, not restricted, be lifted a little bit there, we can be able to travel. And I would love to actually visit India myself as well too. I've seen some photos and some things. It's great things, and I've got some good friends as well from India as well too. So I love to see that country. I think it's probably one of those ascending countries that's actually moving along really quickly in the economy and just seeing how everything's here's it's got amazing amount of um, engineers actually quite cool, and I'm seeing a lot of the crypto projects as well too. So it's going to be amazing to see India one day if I get to travel again. I'm just waiting for it. Yeah. So yes. Unfortunately, I don't follow cricket. Even though I'm Australian, I don't follow cricket. Even when I was in high school, I could not do cricket. It was one of the sports that I just could not have the patience for. And being Chinese, you don't really want to be standing in the sun for too long anyway. So unfortunately, cricket's not one of my things that I enjoy. I think I've got a lot of people at work who do watch it, but yeah, unfortunately, I'm not one of them. Sorry about that. From testing the A6000 at around about 3090 in performance, just with the more video RAM. Oh, that's good to know because I've got a 3090, and that's just good to know to see that, which is decent then because I kind of have an idea of the speed of the 3090s, but of course we just want to have the stability factor for the was it A6000? Yeah, A6000 anyway. So that will be fantastic. That's good to know. Thank you for that. But yeah, I will. But when I do, because I will be getting I'm gonna do some reviews for a few graphics cards for the production ones. I'm trying. I'm just hoping Nvidia will actually listen to some of my requests and see if I can get anything in. But else, I doubt they would because I'm such a small channel in a way. So more than likely, I've just somehow got to work my way through to maybe look at purchasing an A5000 or something like that, just to have a play with anyway. So we'll see. But yeah, anything else? If not, I might call it a night because I'm just going back to finishing this edit, and then you'll see that in the Lenovo X1 Nano review. Then after this, I'll give you guys a little bit more time because I know I'm lagging right behind from everyone there. So yeah, wow, I've done about 30 minutes. I was expecting only 5 to 10 minutes. So yes, but yeah, that's hopefully will give you a bit of update on what's happening around and expecting things. So yeah, you have to pay for NVIDIA tax for using the data center with Cosmos recently. Wow, okay, I didn't realize that. I have my work has an NVIDIA farm anyway, so I can leave you a drop that one there. And they've got Teslas in there, and they're fun to see the Teslas in a way. So I'm interested to see the A200. That one I would be definitely interested in. We've got a few B 100s in a big farm, so that's a bit of fun thing. Physically, actually listening to it is just wow, it's loud. But yes, but I would like to see the A200. I like to see that one there. But yeah, well, I think we're getting a farm for that one there as well too, so that'll be kind of cool. But yes, anyway, I also want to see what are the thread rippers anyway. So that's another thing. So that's AMD anyway. So that's for another story. Anyway, I'll call it a night. And thank you very much everyone for joining me. And I hope everyone is feeling safe and staying safe, especially there's now a little bit more of COVID happening around anyway. So our hearts goes out to the rest of the world and also to India as well. And now we've got Sydney back in my country, which is Sydney's about lockdown. So I'm just got my hearts out to you. Anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic night or day or morning, wherever you guys are around. If not, I hope you guys enjoy your time. And remember, imperfections in life makes it beautiful and interesting. I'll catch you guys in the next video.